Today's topic is radio usage and troubleshooting. As you know, these campus recreational sports radios are used for emergency and other forms of communication between staff, and so we just want to remind you of a few things and give you some troubleshooting tips for if your radio's missing or malfunctioning. After you clock in, you go to pick up your radio. Some key things that you want to notice is that when you go to pick up your radio, the indicator light on the charger should be green or flashing green, indicating that your battery is pretty full and ready for usage. You also want to check to make sure that the number on the side of the radio matches the number on the side of the charger. That means that this radio belongs with this charger. You'll notice, and I can't zoom in, so I'm just going to read them to you. There's a couple stickers on the back of the charger. This first sticker at the top indicates who this radio has been assigned to. So this particular radio has been assigned to SRSC Member Services. This sticker is just reminding you to turn your radio off when charging. It saves on the battery. And this sticker gives you the location of where this charger and radio should be, where you should find it. It's SRSC 115. So this unit should always be an SRSC 115. It should only be used for Member Services staff. Okay, in a few minutes I'm going to run and get a TL, and they're going to come in, or a supervisor, and see if I can find someone that will show you how to wear your radio properly.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Lanner, a team leader at the SRSC, here to show you how to properly wear your radio. Whenever you first get in, unclip your radio, turn it on. You'll hear sound. Make sure that it's on channel 1 and periodically check throughout your shift. It can easily get bumped off. Wear your radio next to your ear and your mic. Do your radio check. Hi, this is the team leader, radio check. Somebody will respond. At the end of the night, unclip your radio, shut it off. Make sure that the number on the side matches the charger that you're gonna put it on. Some indicator lights should be on, so that lets you know that it's plugged in. Whenever you clip it so it's not wrapped around. That can easily break the unit. And if your radio is missing or broken, make sure that you contact your TL immediately so we can get that fixed.
Okay, that was fantastic. And again, just a reminder, make sure you check that channel throughout your shift, because sometimes if you bend over to pick something up, your radio or get bumped. I know I've reached down to adjust the volume. I've accidentally hit this channel knob. You want to make sure that that is always set for channel 1. So check that throughout your shift. Okay, now you're all done and you're ready to go home. So what you're going to do is, you're all done and you're not passing this on, you're going to turn this radio to off. As I said before, the batteries will last a lot longer if they're turned off when they're in the charger. Then you're going to go back and you're going to put this radio in the location where you got it. And again, when you put it in the charger, you'll notice that an indicator light comes on that lets you know that it is in fact charging. And once again, you want to make sure that when you put your radio back in, the radio number on the side, or the number on the side of the radio, matches the number on the side of the charger. And that way you'll know it's all there and ready to go for the next person that comes on. Okay, now for some quick troubleshooting tips. Say you go to clock in for your shift and you're all ready to go, and you go to reach for your radio and your radio's not there. Your instinct is that you're going to want to grab the radio next to it. Don't do that. If this radio is not assigned to your unit, which you know by the sticker on the back, you're just going to make things worse by taking someone else's radio, because then we're going to have 2 reports of missing radios. In that case, if your radio is missing, what you want to do is you want to go to the kiosk and you want to submit a facility support work request, giving them as much information as you can so that they can start looking for the radio. In addition, you want to contact your team leader so that they can notify the on-site, on-call professional to help out with trying to find that radio, or a replacement radio for you to borrow until we find your radio. A couple other things. If your radio's not working, so if you go to make a call and you get that inhibit tone, that kind of monotone noise that comes on, that might mean that there's radio traffic or there's some type of interference with your radio. If you're standing right next to someone with the radio on, step away from them. But what you want to do is wait a second. You want to depress the button again and then try and speak again. Sometimes that just means that 2 people are trying to speak at exactly the same time, and so they block each other out. But again, what you want to do we'll just pretend that your radio was on. I just took this one out of the charger, but if it's in the middle of your shift and you feel like your radio, you've tried to use it and something's wrong, you can help troubleshoot a bit by turning it all the way off, completely off, turning it back onto the appropriate volume level, and once again, make sure that it's set for channel 1, and then just do a radio check to see if it's working. If you're still having issues with it, if you're still having trouble, turn your radio off, go and find a charger to test it with, and at this point you could use any charger just to test it with, just don't leave it there if it doesn't belong there, and see if the light comes on. If a light comes on that is either green, flashing green, that means that your battery is fine and that it's not a battery issue. If it's any other color, then it could be a battery issue, and once again, what you should do is come on over, fill out the facility support work ticket, and notify the TL, who will call the on-site on-call professional that can help to troubleshoot this issue further. Now, if you haven't received it already, you'll get a copy of this radio information guide for you to look through while you're at the meeting. If you don't want to keep it, that's no problem. We're going to laminate copies of this to put at your workstations because it provides kind of a step-by-step explanation of how to do some of this troubleshooting. Thank you for your attention. We appreciate all of your assistance in keeping our participants safe.